Hey, what's up, guys? I want to make a quick video today. If y'all haven't, y'all's eyes ain't open to what's going on in this country and how corrupt the government's become, I'm going to prove it to you. And this is on every level. Something happened close to where I live. I'll get to that in just a second, but we'll start with Nancy Pelosi the other day. She wants to condemn the president on the House floor for his racist remarks. So she was barred from speaking because of that. They acknowledge the violation. Against straight party line vote, they changed the law. So she broke the law, they acknowledged she broke the law, they changed the law. I mean, they changed the law to favor those they choose, or those that they choose to change the law for. Don't get that. The law doesn't apply to those people. Here recently, I'm from the Cincinnati area. There was a judge named Victor Haddad, a former Claremont County engineer, got in trouble for I forget his original charges. Honestly, they were felonies. Had to do with not directly taking money, but more using the county's property for his own benefit, storage facilities, things like that. Judge Haddad is well known, for sending child support offenders to prison on felony 5s. The lowest felony there is in Ohio is a felony 5. It carries up to a year. Judge Haddad is well known for sending child support offenders, even if it's their first time. And I know that people say, "Oh, that's not possible." There is cases where it can be somebody's first offense for child support, and it is a felony for a year. He'll give them every day of it. If not, he'll give them 11 months, so you don't have to deal with the appeal process. So this former Claremont County engineer, Mr. Pat Manager, I'm sorry. All the felonies were dropped. He pled out to a misdemeanor. Was given he was ordered to pay $250 to a local charity. He is not allowed to hold a public office for 7 years. And that's it. No probation, no jail time, $250. His actual charge he pled out to was, let me see, it's right here somewhere. I'm sorry. I should have already had this memorized, but I didn't. Soliciting or accepting improper compensation in the amount of $3,000 while in office. That is a felony in Ohio. It's a felony 4 in Ohio. So this is happening on the local level. It's happening, but the law wasn't changed here. It was actually bent for Mr. Manger, I guess is how you say his name. It's Manger. They even brought in a special prosecutor from another county to make this look good. His lawyer, Scott Croswell, was the county commissioner for, I don't know, I think maybe 8 years in Claremont County, 6 years. During the same time that Mr. Manger was the county engineer. So now you have the county engineer who worked with his lawyer, Scott Croswell, who works with the judge on some level, and they bring in a special prosecutor from Butler County, which, mind you, Claremont County also used to rent bed space in Butler County. They dropped the felonies to a misdemeanor. No jail time, no probation. Normally, if they do give somebody probation, it's because they've done the jail time. They've done some jail time, they let them out, they put the other jail time over their head, meaning, if, for instance, you get 180 days in jail, you serve 10 jail days already, they put you on probation, they put 170 days over your head. If you mess up, you go do the 170 days. Not in this case. No jail, no probation, no fine. He had to pay $250 to a local charity for improper compensation in the amount of over $3,000 while in office. The 7 years he's not allowed holding a public office, that's not in the judge's hands. That's kind of a state thing. They deal with that. There's nothing the judge could do about that. I'm sure he would have. But this amazes me. This is on the front page of the county's largest newspaper. The front page. I mean, they're rubbing it in our faces now. It's absolutely mind-boggling to me all of it is. I mean, from the what happened to that they posted on the front page. So, you know, I forget whose quote it was, but they were asked what the definition of tyranny was. What is tyranny? And he said, when the laws applies to the citizens but not the government, that's tyranny. I don't know what to say after what happened this past week with Nancy Pelosi. I mean, think about that alone. She violated procedure. They acknowledge the violation and bar her from speaking. They then vote, and against party line vote, they change the law. So she violates the law, they change the law, and now it's, I mean, stuff like this, which I've known things like this happen. I've seen stuff in the past about things like this, and it's, what do we do about it? I mean, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I could be wrong. This is one time in my life I hope I am wrong. I don't think the ballot box works. I don't know how it is where you all are at, but I know where I'm at. The same judges. Well, they might as well have a lifelong tenure. They might as well be on the Supreme Court. They go from a magistrate to a municipal judge to a common pleas judge, and they stay there. They stay there until they die, and I'm not shitting you, until they die or get so old they can't be on the bench anymore. And this has been a common theme since I've been up here. You know, I moved up here from a small town in Tennessee. I moved actually from here to there, grew up there, and then come back here. But since I've been here, you know, this has been the common theme. There's also an article in this paper, which I haven't got to read it all yet. I should have. Where, you know, they're real proud of their child support program. How the fathers involved in their juvenile courts, you know, they're trying to veer away from the mom gets the kid for, you know, 2 weeks and dad gets the kid on the Wednesday and every other weekend. And they've been claiming that they've had an A+ rating forever. When it comes out, they got a C+ rating. So when asked why they lied about it, they, of course, you know, deflected and said, well, C's good enough. Everybody else has got D's. It's absolutely, I don't even know the word for it, but I mean, I guess the point of my video is what do we do about it? Personally, I don't think voting helps. I don't think voting matters anymore. And I think that Claremont County is a prime example of this. What's happening in that county. I remember when this judge, a common pleas judge, was a magistrate when I was a kid, when I was 18 years old, 19 years old. He is married to the juvenile judge. He's married to his daughter. The juvenile judge's nephew was the magistrate after this judge. He is now the common pleas magistrate, which I had never heard of in my life. And all the friends I've got that have been in and out of jail, I've never once heard of a felony magistrate until the position was made up for this guy. So they're kind of keeping it in the family in that county. The reason behind why they were so lenient on him was because he lived an I can't say the damn word, exemplary life. I'm sorry. I have trouble saying certain words, and that happens to be one of them. There's a lot of people that do that, and then they get in trouble for stuff, and they go to jail. They don't get a $250 fine. I mean, you know, and I even thought about this upstairs, like, you know, he is an old man, and he's never been in trouble, but what about the over the $3,000 he took from taxpayers? He didn't take it from this local charity. He took it from the taxpayers. So my money goes into his pocket one way or the other, whether it was I actually believe it was in for using their equipment, like their trucks and stuff like that, trailers, and then storing his personal property in their facilities. Regardless, still my money pays for it. My tax money pays for that. And he gets a $250 fine, no jail, no probation. I mean, this is just crazy. And and I know it's not like this just here. I got friends in other places around the country, and the same thing is happening there. The people with the power use that power in a way it was never meant to be used. You know, I've always been under the impression, like, I don't like elections, just for the simple fact that I don't want to vote for somebody that is running for that office, if that makes sense. You know, I want to pick the guy that is running away from the job to represent me, because they don't have an ulterior motive. And just like with these judges here, and in Congress, and the presidency, and everything else, it's a power trip. You know, it's a money grab and a power trip. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. Do you guys think the voting box really helps anymore, even on a local level? Does it help to vote? Personally, I'm at the point that I believe it. You know, you guys see my video a couple videos back. I think Trump is just a Democrat. He just changed the letter before his name is all. I don't think the 2020 election is going to mean anything. I've chosen not to vote in the 2020 election unless a serious third-party candidate comes up with my view. You know, 100% my views. I would say I am I don't want to say a one-issue voter, but I kind of am, and it's individual rights. I don't think that Trump's going to. He's a Democrat. He's done more to strip the rights away from the citizens of this country than any other elected official in history. If you include red flag laws, which he's pushed, and after he pushed them, states started passing them left and right because he made a $50 billion fund. I'll try to find the article on it and put it in the link below, to bribe these states and to pass these red flag laws. So now we have the Democrats, or the Republicans, I'm sorry, trying to take away, the Republicans with quotation marks, trying to take away our rights. The Democrats, you know what they want to do. And I'm not going to vote my rights away. I'm not going to do it the fast way or the faster way. If something's going to happen in this country, you know, everybody's been talking about this for years, but they seem to be talking about it more right now, of a civil war or revolutionary war or whatever kind of war you want to call it. It's not going to be good. Sorry, what is this? It's not going to be good any way it goes. Whatever kind of war could possibly happen, it's not going to be good. People's been talking about it for years, but if you do some searching, there's a lot of people that are really talking about it now. And on one hand, it scares the shit out of me. You know, I've never been to war, but I have seen some terrible things in my life. I have seen what bullets do to, well, let's say what flying projectiles, scratch the bullets, what flying projectiles do to the human body, you know, especially the head. And that's not something I want to see in this country all over the place. But the flip side of that is, I don't want my kids to deal with it. If it's going to happen, let it happen. That's how I kind of feel about it. Tell me what you guys think about all of it. Tell me what you think about these power tripping tyrants, and that's what they are, man. They're either enforcing tyrannical laws or they're the tyrants themselves. Tell me what you think about voting in 2020 and the upcoming war here.